It's the second same training I'm gonna do. So I did, for the last 4 days, I did 3 trainings and 1 rest. So yesterday was the rest day, right? And during that rest day, I pretty much didn't do anything. I just went to the pool. I had a massage of the like hydro massage. There is a large pump and pipe sticking out of the ground, and you can have here a pretty solid and thick stream of water running, and you just simply stand beneath it or under it, and you're having a pretty good massage. So I massaged my shoulders for a nice while, like 15 minutes or so. My shoulders, my triceps, my biceps, my forearms, some of my chest, some of my traps and back. It's pretty nice thing to have. So next, I had 3 trainings, right? And it was a first microcycle, right? Is that the correct way to call it? Anyway, the microcycle, what I mean by that is the actually how many trainings are there until you hit the same workout. And in my case, it is 3. So I hit push day with some variations, pull day with some variations, and actually legs in between. So I did these 3 workouts and I had a rest. And now it's again chest. Well, maybe push day, right? And I'm doing push day with biceps, and actually with that kind of a variation, I believe this completely makes sense, because when I do biceps on the very first day, by the time, so the amount was just enough for biceps to recover till day 3 from day 1. And I don't do any muscles that I did on day 1 and day 3 on day 2. It means that my triceps from my Monday's chest workout is almost or already recovered till the Wednesdays or day 3 pull workout. And my biceps from my day 1 that I did specifically is also almost or recovered by the time I hit my back, where biceps also of course work. Yeah, and shoulders, forearms, I haven't noticed any drastic change in recovery abilities, but I believe that something went differently. I feel differently. But not only I changed the way I train, I also changed the way I eat. And I just realized that with that kind of workout, my maintenance is nothing near 250, 2500, actually 2500. It's nothing like that. It's more close to 3200, maybe even more. But I started to eat differently. First of all, I reduced the amount of fats, because I thought that, hey, come on, I'm a natural athlete, I don't use anabolic steroids, so I need more fat that anabolic hormones made of. It's not the case. It's not the fucking case, because it's completely fine if you eat from 0.4 to 0.8 up to 0.8 fats per pound. And I was way overeating it, maybe 2 times. So yeah, I'm not talking about the upper limit. So yeah, I was not eating 1.6. Well, at some point I was, because I was on a carnivore and keto. But yeah, I will say that it is completely, maybe not unreasoned. It has some reasons because you don't have that much of a cravings, but it is very hard for you not to have cravings at all when you know how sugar tastes like and when you have your favorite dessert. So it's very inconvenient way to diet and actually to have. I'm not talking about calorie deficit, I'm just talking about pure routine thing. But yeah, if you know what is a cheesecake, it is way harder for you to maintain a carnivore diet or any strict 4 carbs diet. So, first of all, I am 100 kg, biological male, and I started eat differently. I now eat max 1 gram of fats per my kilogram of body weight. So I eat roughly below 100 fats per day. Then, when it comes to protein, I actually have not increased due to the cut. I've actually lowered a little bit my protein intake because on a calorie deficit, you're not supposed to build muscle, right? And even if there is a little chance of you doing recomp, you are totally fine if you eat roughly 1.8 to 2 grams of protein per pound. So was I. I would not actually go way above to that limit. I would actually go a little bit lower. So if in pounds I weigh 220, I would not go higher than 200 of protein per day. The rest is carbs. So you can imagine how many carbs I eat a day. And man, I finally feel pumped. I finally feel this amazing pump. I was fucking stupid for not doing this sooner, because the pump I get, the energy levels on the workout, the recovery, man, this is on another level. And I was way underestimating how much calories are in the things that you will not track, because I started to track even vegetables, and man, I realized that I was eating clean for up to 2000 up to 2500 calories, and then the rest 700 calories I was eating trash foods. Like I had cravings, I could eat chocolate bars, I could eat whatever, right? So now I'm tracking everything, absolutely everything. Each drop of oil, each fucking, I don't know, if there was a way to track vape, if I was vaping, I would even track vaping. But anyway, I don't smoke. So I believe you got me. So I started to track everything. And now I am eating pretty much 350 carbs a day. And I feel much more different. Much more different. And also I rearranged a little bit the foods that I eat in the day. So I try to start my day with the protein and fat, where I would consume pretty much all of the fats I need for the day. And then I would go and have pre-workout meal, like 1.5 to 2 hours prior to the gym. I would eat my fiber, and then I would eat my protein with fats, and then I would eat carbs. And yeah, after the workout, I try to have something with the fast carbs, and maybe within an hour after workout, I'll have my proteins. And then to the end of the day, it's either just protein with a little bit of fat or something actually fatter. But what I learned from one guy, that you should actually cycle fats, because in your training days you need to have your metabolism as fast as possible. And I believe that's a fact, but maybe this information is outdated, but fats do slow down your metabolism because it is harder for them to process, and I think that completely makes sense. Yeah, and I would actually eliminate fats in the late of a training day. So later, when I'm already trained, I'm already recovering from the gym, I would actually choose more fast metabolized products so that my recovery when I sleep is better. That's why I will eliminate any huge amount of fats after a workout. But come on, there are people that were growing without everything like that. But maybe I'm different. It's just the cool thing to actually check, because I was the kind of guy that, oh fuck carbs, we don't need that many carbs. But come on, it's the first source that your body is going to use, so why not supply with a huge amount of it? Anyway, I'm already at the gym. See ya on the first set. Man, I love Saturdays because it is so little amount of people in the gym actually at I'm visiting on weekdays. And yeah, I just enjoy it much. And it is so hot that I don't even mind training in flip-flops. I don't give a shit as long as it is that hard, that hot, and that hard to even breathe. Anyway, when it comes to today's training, I will try to do pre-exhaustion of my pecs, so that maybe I will squeeze out few, maybe not few because you cannot actually count it, but a little more stimulus for the growth. And I actually recovered pretty well from the previous workout. So what it means is, first of all, I'm gonna do pre-exhaustion of 2 sets with just till the slight burn on the pec deck, and 1 set is already behind me. Then I'm gonna continue with the warm-up for the Smith machine. As long as it is now free and not occupied, I think it would make sense to switch to the Smith machine just to try out the movement, because previously I was doing the free barbell. Anyway, it's time for the second set of the pre-exhaustion, and see you there. So what I'm really doing is having a moderate to even low weight, and I'm trying to concentrate on the burn on my upper pecs. I don't like the handles, but come on, I'm not gonna bitch out about that. Let's go. All right, very little burn was already achieved on the rep number 15, so I don't see any point of continuing this exercise for the sake of burn. And yeah, I do really like to twist my arms a little bit like that, so that you disengage a little bit your front delt and disengage your biceps, because biceps is also thing that brings your arm right here. It's your biceps also. So yeah, just to be sure I'm not engaging any unnecessary muscles for this particular work out. Yeah, a few minutes in, the rest, and I'm gonna do, my friends, the set number 3, which is not going to be the working one, but the warming up one for my pecs and the incline bench press on a Smith machine. So yeah, just a few minutes, and I'm gonna do this weight. This is 60. I'm gonna do it for 4 or 5 reps. Then I'm gonna do 70, 90, and then the actual working set. Maybe I'll even increase it already to, let's say it's 60 now. Let's go with let's go with 70. Yeah, should be fine. Where is the 5th? How do you call this heavy circles? I don't know actually. The weight? But is there a slang, at least, name for the for these circles right here? How do you call it in a slang? I'm really curious. Anyway, something like that, right? Or even, yeah, or even something like that. Yeah, should be fine. Let's go. I actually tried a few movements of the Smith machine, because it is not the regular Smith machine. The pipes that it's, so the pass is not straight. It is actually a little bit in that direction, angled. So when I'm pressing, I'm not pressing straight, I'm pressing a little bit to the back. And I actually tried with my hand and tried the tension on my pecs, and I actually found that my lower pecs were not active at all. I mean, like, I was suspecting that it is working somehow like that, but I was not expecting that some parts of the chest are not working at all. And yeah, it was a little bit of the surprise for me. All right, 5. Again, this is a warm-up, right? So there is no need to already push myself that hard. Now I'm gonna increase the weight with, it is now again 70. I'm gonna do 90. Then I'm gonna do another 4 or 5 reps, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, I guess we will try to warm up even further. Let's go. Okay, somewhere here with the hands. Okay, the warm-up is done. Now I'm gonna rest for a minute or something, and I'm gonna repeat this weight because it feels really nice. I believe 8 to 10 reps should be somewhere here. And yeah, I'm gonna do 3 sets of that Well, knowing that I already pre-exhausted, maybe I will do even lower, but yeah, something like that. I'm gonna do 2-3 sets here, then I'm gonna do my rear delt, then I'm gonna do rest of the exercises for my chest, and then I'm gonna do my side delt. That's the plan. Maybe I will also switch something like that. So I'm gonna do few sets of chest, complete rear delt, few sets of chest, complete side delt, few sets of chest, and then I'm gonna do biceps and forearms. Abs, not sure about that. Maybe I will do abs only on leg day. And yeah, see you there. All right, I'm gonna do the very first working set for my, damn, it's the upside down. I'm sorry guys, I gotta flip you. Be careful. I hope that you'll not throw up because of that. So yeah, let's go. Wow. Well, I really believe that I could have done a few more, but I don't believe there is a need actually to go that far. So it was already hard enough, and yeah, it already burned, and I think that I was pretty close to fatigue. So yeah, for the first set, I would say that pretty nice result. I believe it was about 8 reps, maybe more by a few. But yeah, I'm gonna work around for a few minutes and I'm gonna repeat 1 or 2 more of that. I will see how I feel like and how my chest actually feels like. And yeah, then, as I said, I'm gonna do the real delt. You know what, there are so many variables that you can actually try doing that it is unbelievable how big that amount is. So even the rest period between your sets, somebody says you should, for the same reason, so like for hypertrophy, let's say, you should rest like 1 minute or 1.5. I heard some guys are resting even for 3 minutes, but I believe everyone is different and everyone needs a little bit different approach. This is first thing. The second thing is I believe there should be a reasonable threshold, and whenever you fit in the threshold, it is all right. So for example, I don't see a point resting for another few minutes when I already feel like I can do another set with high enough quality, same weight, and for same reps, or maybe 1 or 2 less. So I believe whenever you feel like, and your feeling will actually grow out of your experience. So like if I were to have a rest 1 minute and then I do another set and drastically my reps dropped from, I don't know, 8, 10 to 6, this is a pretty significant difference. So either you should lower your load or rest more. This is how you empirically can actually say, are you recovering between the sets good or not? But anyway, it is time. And let's see, it was, well, I suppose around 2-ish minutes, maybe 3. So somewhere in this threshold, something like that. And yeah, let's go. And again, can you call it a failure? I mean, like, if we make assumptions only and only from the perspective of the, let me check the time, it's 16:27. So if we are viewing only from the perspective of, does your last rep looks like the first one? No, because it was slowed down. But I wouldn't say that my technique was that dropped. I mean, like, sure enough, I engaged other muscles more. Well, maybe it was a failure. But anyway, it is hard. It is hard for me to determine actually what was different from the last rep. But surely it was. And can't say anything more. Next one. All right, last set of bench press. It's been exactly 3 minutes. Let's see how it works for me. I don't remember the last set amount of reps, but I'll guess you guys will be more informed on this topic and will be able to actually compare how it works for me, at least. And I will check the recording and also check this. Ooh. Well, I would say that was a failure because I arched to help myself. Ooh, nice one. Anyway, I'm gonna do a few sets of a warm-up for my rear delt, and then I guess you'll probably see me already doing a set. I don't actually think that this is optimal for gains, so we don't need that. No words, just a good exercise. Few minutes rest, next one. All right, now next one. And then I'm gonna do it from the bottom. I now should have right arm above, right? Yeah, the right arm should be on top right now. Another great set. All right, it's 38:30. So approximately at 39, maybe even 40 minutes, I'm gonna start my set from the bottom. So what's the point of me doing it like that? Well, first of all, despite it shortens the range of motion a little bit, it allows me to maintain the perfect angle, because I notice that the burn I get doing this movement is a lot more better. So what I think the cause of that, because whenever you pull this thing, you change the angle between your forearm and the cable, so it also becomes a little bit different from the perspective of tension on your rear delt. And by bouncing like that, you actually tend to maintain better angle throughout the whole movement, and I think that's the reason why I feel it more. And actually, it's just 2 sets, right? Now I'm gonna rearrange the thing and we'll be back shortly. Hopefully I will be able to see if the rear delt is working or not, because sometimes, well, actually, how can you say that it is working if you're not getting any pump or burn, right? The burn is not always there, because I would say burn is related to the reps. The higher reps you are doing, the more burn you get. So if you fail on shoulder exercise in like 5 reps, 5, 6, 8 reps, you're not getting any burn. But this is the bottleneck of the exercises for your back muscles, because the only way to determine if it is working or not without mirror is the actual burn. But I will try to use the mirror and the burn. Wow, I actually tried the same approach I was doing for standing exercise like that, and it works pretty well, because it is hard to see for me if the rear delt is getting that much tension and actually flexed, because it is more the question of which one of the delts, side or rear one, getting more tension, right? Because side delt is kind of engaged in that exercise. So I would say that's the bottleneck of this exercise. But anyway, the burn was there, which is a pretty good thing. All right, at 44, I guess, maybe something even more. So like 1.5 to 2 minutes is okay rest for my delts, and forearms and biceps, calves even lower. But yeah, we'll be back in a few seconds. Alrighty, it is time. I don't remember actually which hand was on the top. I believe it was, I don't know, but I believe that's the correct position for now, just to be a little bit more, just a bit different from what I did for the previous set. Damn, this shoulders looks insane, and I have not even touched specifically the side one. exercise is pretty... Ooh, it's pretty hard on your lower back. But anyway, I'm gonna run real quick and grab my belt for weighted dips, because I'm gonna do them right now. And once I'm done with the dips, I'm gonna move back to this machine right there for the gate, and I'm gonna perform side delt workout, and then I'll follow up with the chest standing flies like on the previous chest day. And after that, I'm gonna pose for the upper body. Cheers. It's a pretty surprising feeling when you do have your own equipment for everything that you will potentially need. And I do have that. Well, you probably cannot see it, but I'll try to show it to you. So there is a belt with carabins and chain so that I can do weighted dips. And I was pretty heavily pushing them back in the day, a few years ago, and I became pretty decent in them. I was doing 40 kilograms for something around 6 reps, something like that. Well, I mean, that was feeling alright, that was okay. So yeah, right now I'm gonna just lock in and we'll jump straight to the heavy metal, because I got here at 20. Last workout I wasn't doing any weight, so I was using the body weight, but I don't think that's an issue. So yeah, let's go. Damn, haven't felt anything besides my body weight on the dips, and it feels so amazing. Just that kind of a nostalgia feels just right. And I also don't like the extremely slow tempo on the exercises, not only classic calisthenic exercises, but all the exercises. I mean, like, if the eccentric is slower than 1.5 seconds, it feels really boring, and I think I just don't like them. Why should I do things I don't like, right? Because it's not about the time of the eccentric phase, it is about the tension and progressive overload, right? As long as everything is standardized, you're golden. Very nice. And yeah, it's not about the how fast or how slow your eccentric is. It is about, are you controlling it? And I believe I am. So that's the goal. Anyway, next set. I actually should edit some pads for the forearms because it is too hard on them. And just to, you know, like, support and stay focused on the chest than on the wrists, right? Because the goal of today's workout is chests, not the forearm joint. Oh, very nice. Alright, I decided to do another set here. And then I'm gonna do just only 2 sets of the flies on a gate. But we'll see. We'll actually see. And as for now, as I said previously, I am starting to consider the pump is one of the factors or reasons to continue or stop the workout or particular set. So yeah, I will see how pumped I am towards the second set of flies. Oh, that was a failure. Flies, or no, not flies, side delt. I actually let my intuitive thoughts win, and instead of warming up set, I did the working one because I just felt like it. But anyway, there are gonna be 3 or even 4 more of that. I'm gonna do it in the same, how do you call it, fashion. So like technique is standardized and everything, but I'm not going to move anything from here. So this is gonna be secured, and I'm gonna just do from the bottom. And yeah, I finally found the nice cuffs, but they are too big, just a little bit too big. And I think I'm gonna finally order for myself a pair of good cuffs. So yeah, let's go. Wow. Actually, my head, I had never get lightheaded from the exercise for the shoulders, but I believe we can call it the first time. 8:45. Okay, in like 1.5 minutes, I'm gonna be back. I would say that it would be unreasonable to do 5 sets because it's already working pretty well. So it's the 3rd set out of 4. With that fashion and that pump level I'm getting already, I don't see there is a point increasing the sets even from 4 and above. Damn, it really works well. I guess I am the ultimate machine for finding the ultimate technique for myself, and I guess it is working even better, not only from the months to months, but and not only from week to week, from training to training, from set to set, from rep to rep. It's 12 in 13, 30. I'm gonna be back. Of course, you will not notice that. Psych, that's already 14. But anyway, okay, it should be right below left, I guess. And that's gonna be the last set for my side delt, which kinda satisfying to know, because it is a hard exercise if you do it right. And then I'm gonna do, in the same position, I'm gonna do flies. Let's go. How much I love the burn, but not on the shoulders, because it's just the level of pain is ridiculous. And I am saying that as a person who had a surgery with 36 stitches. Anyway, I'm not going to rest that much of a time, just straight back to the chest. All right, I've changed the technique a little bit, just a little bit, so that it is better and more optimal for the upper portion of my chest. Let's see how it goes. I think that's uneven. 16 here. 16 here, no, it's the mirror thing, I guess, but I wouldn't say that the weight is sufficient for me. Let's go with 18 kilograms. And for the delt, I was doing 9 for both rear and side. Yeah, should be better. Ooh, very, very nice. And you know what? I really believe that you can, wait a sec, 19, 30, let it be 30. I really start to notice, or I'm really starting to notice, or I start noticing, yeah, I think that one, that there is nothing unnatural, that you can specifically target a direct portion of your muscles, because you remember that last pull day, and I actually have soreness right here, right fucking here, at the very bottom of my lat, and I think that completely makes sense. Well, maybe it is not only lat, right, because I have not seen what kind of muscles are there. But anyway, I think that has something to do with pulling your scapula and shoulder here, which I can already feel. But you cannot. Well, I swear on everything I have that I feel that tension here is increasing while I try to pull my shoulder and actually rotate myself a little bit here. Well, maybe not rotate, but how do you call it? Crunch? Anyway, next and probably last set for the chest. All right, let's go. And to be fair, it feels good because previously I was doing it in slightly different technique. This thing was a little above and I started the motion differently, so it has to do, I'm not able to explain you right now what is it, but it has something to do with the angle and the rotation in my shoulder. But overall, now it is a lot more better. Very fucking nice. Okay, we're left with forearms, both front and back, and the biceps. But now I'm gonna pose down at this amazing spot right here. Yeah, maybe no posing for the chest. It is very small and I am uncomfortable taking off my shirt in the public gym. Well, at least in the main section, right? So I'm gonna pose just for the shoulders and yeah, see you there. Я понял. Alright, I've already warmed up for the biceps and I think I'm getting stronger. Or maybe I just was underperforming on the previous exercise, but it is not really my thing to save my fuel. If you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go. Fuck. Oh, damn. This really burns. Oh, anyway, feels just right. And yeah, I think I might even in a few weeks will need to take 15s instead of 12.5, which are these dumbbells here. But yeah, for this training, let's continue. Maybe in few trainings, I'm gonna consider it because I will need few another training sessions and bicep exercises and trainings to actually identify if I'm making progress or it's just the statistical thing. There is not enough space for sure to fit in perfectly, but I guess I'll try a different angle and I'll try to do another set of these hard exercism curls or lengthened curls. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Wow. You know what is strange? That I more feel them. Look at that. Should use this as a preview. Anyway, what I was saying, somehow my right biceps is receiving more tension and more burn towards the end of the exercise. Maybe that's because I tend to simultaneously twist the forearm more. Yeah, that's because of that, because it is a little bit out of power, because I do have that elbow problem, and I guess that's the reason why I twist this harder. Problem is solved. A few minutes rest, next set. What a mastery of cinematography. These angles are getting insane. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Fuck. The burn is insane indeed. Alright, I will actually see if there's enough pump for my biceps already. If yes, I'm gonna pause. If not, I'm gonna do standing one arm at a time curls, and that's gonna be it for the biceps, and then I'm gonna pause. But I'm gonna need a few minutes to consider. Alright, it is time for the working set for my forearms. I was warming up because I think it makes sense to warm it up, although they were working, but you know, you never know when it is time for an injury. So I would like to warm up as much as required, but a little bit over even. Very nice. All right. And I will actually include one exercise to just work on these muscles. Not only these, but like two straight ones. All right, let's see if I grabbed it correctly. Should be fine. Oh, very, very, very nice. Now I'm gonna do 2 more sets of these, and then I'm gonna go over to cable machine, and we'll use the same rope and just do things like that. But there is a hint, or there is a trick, because I would not like to engage my triceps too much, and I will actually need to think about something more isolative, or of some kind of an angle that will be better for disengaging all other muscle parts. All right, half a minute to a minute rest. Next set. Yeah, and I know that I forgot to pose for the biceps. Well, no. Didn't know I forgot. Now I know. But I'm gonna do this after 2 sets of these. Or maybe right now after this one. We'll see. It's not that required for me. I'm not Sam Sulek, and I'm not getting that sick of a pump. I'm not using steroids. But although something can be shown, but I will think that through. You know what? Maybe forearms received their bi-daily stimulus already. While I'm resting this 30 seconds to 1 minute, I'm gonna think about it, and maybe I wouldn't even touch them. Or maybe I'll do just 1 more set for, well, actually, these muscles are tired. So yeah, maybe there will be no other sets for forearms, because it is hard for me to even squeeze it without any effort, just stupid movement, you know, just a regular one. But anyway, I'll be back in a few seconds. All right, let's see what it's look like. Oh fuck. I got cramps all over my forearms. Oof, it is even hard for me to flex. Well, these are the muscles I was talking about, right? So they actually active with this movement. So yeah, I guess they are trained and they a little bit pumped. So there is no point in additionally pumping them. Yeah, I would say that's pretty okay. Now let me show my biceps. All right, and my favorite one. Is it vein? Damn, probably. Discovering some new veins. Nice. All right, I guess that is it. And see you guys in the next one.
If you get